Get ready for sports news and entertainment. All right, here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
Oh, man, I'm so burnt. I'm like a lobster, man. Welcome back to episode number 16. Wow, look at that. 2 whole weeks and 2 days of 7 minutes with Simmons. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and coming back to the podcast. It's always very appreciated. Thank you guys so much. I was literally just taking my shirt off. You could hear my face moving past the mic. I am so burnt. If I go outside to do anything, man, I'm like a lobster. Like, it could be the smallest thing. So I go outside to get the paper. I come back burnt to a crisp, bro. Like, they cannot sell enough aloe vera in Southern Ontario to fix me up. Like, I'm dying from the sun. But to be totally honest, I'm also loving it at the same time. Like, the weather, these last few days, just amazing temperatures. Not a cloud in sight. So perfect weather for me to sit inside and record a podcast. Yes, sir. That's what we're doing here. Back with another one. NHL Draft Combine. We're going to talk a little bit about some of these prospects and maybe what we can expect for this upcoming draft. You know, you got the Islanders most likely going with Matthew Schaefer. And then what? Or maybe they don't go with Matthew Schaefer. You never know, right? Like, you never know these things when it comes to the draft. You know, somebody in upper management would probably die in New York if they didn't take Schaefer. But to be fair, there's lots of other intriguing prospects in this draft, and it's more or less two-dimensional. The way I look at it, you talk about NHL positions, and if you really, really look at it, you've got two premiums. You have your defenseman, and then you have your centers. And you look at this board, you got Schaefer kind of satisfying that defenseman spot. I mean, he's only one guy, but there's premium number one. And then as you go down the list, you got all these intriguing centers. And we're going to take a look at some of these centers, some of these prospects that I see filling up the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on and so forth. Kind of throughout the remaining picks of that top 10, I see some of these guys going in those spots. So let's start with Michael Misa. Kid, 62 goal season in the O, probably going to go number 2. He might not go number 2, but either way, lots of scouts are pointing out skills that make me salivate. They make teams salivate. He's a smart kid. He's got all the tools. He can play a 200-foot game. Probably most importantly, he has the hockey IQ. He knows where the puck is going, how to jump on it, how to get involved with the play depending on how it's trending. He knows how to do these kinds of things, and he's drawing comparisons to a Wayne Gretzky play style, for example. Now, don't get that twisted. I'm not calling Mikey Gretzky. All right, there's just an appeal there for those kinds of skills. He has speed, which is something that Gretzky never had. So that's kind of where the comparison comes from. He's got the anticipatory skills. He also has the speed, and the combination of them are generating lots of noise. I mean, he's also coming off a record-breaking season, like being the second fastest to hit that 50-goal mark, only beaten by future Hall of Famer Patrick Kane. So you gotta love Misa. Like, bring this kid home for dinner. He's very attractive on paper. A lot of things to like there. And then you keep going down the list. You have Caleb Desnoyers from the Q. Heck of a playmaker, this kid. Super deceptive. He can produce also, in the regular season, but also in the playoffs. Like, his production was lifted this season by over 20% come playoff time, which teams are obviously going to like. Then you got the big Swede guy, that Anton Frondell, a carbon copy of Barkov. This guy models his game off of Barkov. And you watch the way the Florida Panthers play, they are almost to a T built like Alexander Barkov. Like, such an intriguing prospect. He does a lot of things right. He kills penalties, wins faceoffs. He can get in and out of those tight areas. He knows how to move his body well for such a big guy. Like, he's 6'2". This guy's he's massive. again, reminding me of Barkov. He can kind of get in and out of those tight areas. He's got great hands for such a big guy. That's a very intriguing prospect, especially considering what's happening right now in Florida. There's a lot of teams who are like, I want that guy. I want that guy. Like, this guy can do a lot of the things Barkov can do. And of course, Barkov would be a hot commodity right now if the NHL today decided to do a redraft. You could see Barkov going in the top 5, right? So, and Tom Frondell, very intriguing prospect. And one of the things that I love about him, in an interview, he was asked what kind of award he would want to win if in the show. And he actually said one for killing penalties. Like, just an interesting guy, an intriguing prospect. He's got all the tools. And then you got Porter Martone. This guy can score. Of course, you love that. You got James Hagens, who was at one point atop the board, projected first overall pick. Great transition player. He's got a ton of speed. He can do lots of, kind of like a Jack Hughes. He's drawing comparisons there. He does a lot of things quickly with a lot of pace. And of course, the NHL and speed and pace and playmaking ability is, they're peas in a pot. So there's just a lot of stuff to love down the middle in this draft. You got your D-man going 1, and then the way I see it, it's all centermen down the board. The rest of the way to the top 10. What say you folks? Get involved in the debate down below. Let me know who's going 2, who's going 3, who's going 1. Is Schaefer going number 1? We'll see. Maybe things change. You never know. You never know. But I want to hear from the GMs in the comment section. You guys let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 16 of 7 Minutes with Simmons. Peace.